Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Reviewing the Viewer's Mons series. In this episode, I'm very happy to be reviewing a situation that Medici has. Now, thank you, Medici, for sending in your Pokemon, and I found this a very interesting discussion to be had, analyzing your situation and going into this. Now, we're looking at a Totodile. Berry Finding S, level 50. Helping Speed S in there. Speed of Help Up Nature. Now, this is a really, really good Totodile. Phenomenal. And let me just read you guys what Medici said. Now, it said, I invested in another Totodile over this one. I'll get into what that Totodile was. But since I needed the early Berry Finding S and appreciated a couple sub skills it had, feels weird to invest so heavily in a Berry Finder with an eventual ingredient rate approaching 50%. I guess keeping it under level 75 won't exactly be difficult. I also don't care about Cyan much anymore. Might be interesting for a quick look. So, those of you that have watched my recent video that I posted in the in my other series, the ones with the yellow background, the guides series, will probably know why this Totodile brought particularly interest to me. Now, this is a phenomenal Totodile. Simply put, I probably like if you want the gist of all this, I probably recommend investing in this if you ever intend to spend time at Cyan. I think it could even be a very good generalist berry specialist, which means just a berry specialist you can kind of take anywhere and can fill the role when you don't have a berry specialist for that island very well. Because it's going to be pretty good everywhere, even outside of Cyan. Sure, a favored berry specialist is going to do better, but this guy is going to do pretty good no matter what if you get him to a high enough level. And it's good having one or two Pokemon that's like that, that you just always have at a high level because they keep strong at a higher level. But they take a lot of investment. But that's the gist of it. But I really wanted to discuss this because it's a great example of something. Now, here's the comparison to the Feraligatr they gave me. They said they already invested one like this. I put them at level 50 just for the comparison's sake. And if we're looking at Cyan Beach, we're looking at a difference of like 22,000 a day. This is with max island bonus. Overall, so that speed is huge. I also did give it a sub-skill seed for extra speed, because if you are going to invest in this guy long term, I would recommend making that help speed S, help speed M. Even if you do waste a couple seeds on inventory up S to make it inventory M or even L, that'd be unfortunate. It'd be very unlucky. And I'm sorry if that happens to you. If you take my advice and that happens to you, I'm sorry it takes 3 skill seeds. But for a Feraligatr this good, it's rare to come across one like this. In fact, let's actually see. How does it rate for total strength? It's got to be high. Yeah, at level 50, once you get it there, it starts off... Actually, this isn't too bad, even from level 25 to 30. It's still in, like, the 80s. It's very similar to my Totodile, or my Feraligatr, in that sense. But 100th percentile right at the end there for overall strength. That is going to be a very, very good Feraligatr. So, one of the best Feraligatrs you can get in the game. Compared to this one, I mean, it's just going to trounce it from level 50 onward. If we get them to level 60, it's still not even close. But the real reason why I'm interested in this Feraligatr, look at that, more like a 28% boost in productivity. That is just gorgeous. But anyway, the real reason why I wanted to discuss this is because of the whole discussion that Medici had about, I guess level 75 won't exactly be difficult, or keeping it under 75. They want to avoid this ingredient finding S at level 75. And the real reason why I wanted to discuss this Feraligatr is because, my gosh, I highly recommend that if it gets to that point, to not keep it below level 75. If you level up this Feraligatr to that point, just keep investing in it. And the real reason why is I've made this Feraligatr across multiple levels to just kind of demonstrate a concept. Here it is at level 74, and here it is at level 75. Yes, on Cyan Beach with Favored Berry, it is a little bit better, level 74 to level 75. But it goes to level 76, and not only is it stronger than the level 74 one, but also you can see that the berry value, yes, it's getting eaten up by the higher ingredient rate, But the berry value, because berries get stronger incrementally with every single level, already at level 76, you're looking at more berry output than what you're looking at level 74. So, yes, you're getting less berries, but their higher value significantly makes it better. Now, should you take it to level 100? If you don't need the extra ingredients, this is one of the rare circumstances. I recommend not investing that extra level. And we don't know what the level 99 to 100 curve is going to look like yet. But if it looks at all like, if it follows the same projections that we currently have for the way the game calculates frequency and berry value, then if you're not using that extra oil and sausage that you're getting out of this, if there's no meal that takes this sort of thing, then I actually recommend just holding it at 99. Because as you can see here, it's significantly, it actually does decrease its production by a decent amount from level 99 to 100 because of how much that ingredient finding M increases overall productivity or impacts productivity in that way. So, really interesting thing to discuss. Now, I also do want to mention, you said you don't care much about Cyan anymore. If you don't care much about Cyan and you're not going there that often, maybe don't invest. I mean, it depends on what the rest of your box looks like. But yeah, it is interesting for the quick look. You said with an eventual ingredient rate approaching 50%. I also want to clarify that's not 100% true. It really is getting closer to 40%. So I don't know where you got those numbers, but it is nice to be aware that it's only going to really ever hit 40%. It's still going to be finding berries 60% of the time. And really, as much as I think sneaky snacking is not a great feature, I think it's kind of overhyped in the community. You could discuss the possibility of sneaky snacking too, which for alligator is not a very good target for sneaky snacking because it has a relatively high skill proc rate. But if you do sneaky snack with this guy, especially at those higher levels, where it's more valuable, then he will come out better even at level 100. Especially if you sneaky snack on the level 99 candidate as well. So, I guess lots of things to consider. Overall, I'd probably recommend it, but if you're not intending to go to Cyan and not intending to use it, if it's going to sit in the box all the time because it doesn't have that use case, maybe don't invest, but I just wanted to discuss it because it brings about that entire concept of, you know what? Ingredient finding on a berry specialist, yeah, it does hurt it. You can see that from level 74 to level 75. But the difference is not enough. It's not like unlocking a level 60 ingredient on an ingredient specialist. On an ingredient specialist, unlocking a level 60 ingredient that you don't want is effectively a 33% reduction in what you do want. So that is 33%. This you're talking 4%. Tops. I did the math the other day in a different video. Go check that one out if you want to learn more about that. But yeah. Anyway, Medici, thanks for sending in the Totodile. It's been a great talk. I really enjoy that people are sending these things in. If you want yours reviewed, if you want your situation reviewed, submit it down in the comments below. I'd love to take a peek and see if it's something that I'd like to talk about. So, thank you guys for watching. As always, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Goodbye now.